Our original intent for the distance Reiki share was that we would help people learn how to use Zoom so that anyone who also had Reiki shares and Reiki communities could keep their community going online. And because Robin and I had, been using Zoom for our next step classes for quite a few years, and we knew how. And then we realized that the how much our community needed each other. And so I'm not sure when we switched to maybe we started off with every week. And so, yes, it was probably right at the same time as the online Reiki webinar that William and I and Robin worked on at the time. And that was like April 12th, 10th or 12th or something in
Yeah,
2020.
I think it was right after. It was definitely like right after that because we were focusing on that and then finally had time to start this one.
And then, as all of you know that have been here all this time, and those of you that are new, we just really understood the importance of community during that time. And as we see, the importance of community is still here and probably always will be. But we have only missed 2 weeks. One was July 4th and one was Christmas Eve. And I think I probably say it almost every time I get here and just am like I feel like this just grounds me. It brings all the kind of every scattered attention, and then we get here, and here's community and community support and love, and we come together because we care about contributing wellness in the world and through our own lives, and then, our loved ones in our communities also. So it's been an evolution of the distance Reiki share. And now what we have been doing is that the distance Reiki share is a place that Robin and I and Danny and our other teams that work with us focus on some of the Reiki skills that help us all manage our daily life, and in addition, these unprecedented times. And I know we talked about it a lot in 2020 about the unprecedented times. And I think that we're now getting used to the idea that they are, um, they're here to stay, I guess. I'm going to take that back because I don't want to claim that. But they have continued. And so, anyway, community support matters. And, you know, Reiki energy just plain helps. So much of what we talk about, and now we've gone into how to use specifically Reiki skills at this time in your life. And for each person, how that applies to you uniquely from your perspective, your personal belief system, and how Reiki actually takes you, Reiki energy wakes it up, it reveals it within you so you can hear yourself and um, walk your walk from that perspective. So, anyway, I think we switched to kind of more of a very specific skill set, looking at skill sets maybe a year ago. And now what we've been doing is every month we have another topic that we cover. So since January, February, we talked about manifesting your dreams with Reiki. And then March, we talked about understanding your own perspective of your spiritual awakening. So this month, we are moving into Reiki, why Reiki is an extraordinary practice for this moment in time. And so we want to talk about some of the shifts that we are aware of that are happening on a conscious level, and then why Reiki specifically makes a difference. And we also want to say all of this from the perspective of understanding there are people listening who are just hearing about Reiki, or maybe they're contemplating Reiki as, taking a Reiki class. And so, we're also talking to all of us, of course, that have more experience with Reiki, but we also want to let people know the value of Reiki and why it is so beneficial in managing daily life, and why it's such a beautiful practice for this moment. So, Robyn, I see you unmuted. Did you?
No, I probably was already unmuted.
Okay. Well, before we get started today, do we want to, do we have any announcements?
Yeah, well, you have Reiki classes coming up. So Reiki 1 and 2, Reiki Master, Karuna Reiki Master, those are all this month. So definitely take a look at the class registrations to learn more about that. She's teaching in at Omega Institute in Rhinebeck, New York. Animal Reiki 1 and 2 in May. We have online Animal Reiki classes in June. And then at the end of July, we are still working on registration. I haven't had a chance to finish it up, but we're going to be teaching in person Reiki, Animal Reiki classes here in Oregon. So look for the registration for that as well.
And also one more. William Rand and I are teaching Reiki Master and Karuna Reiki Master in Japan at the end of October, November. All right. Well, so Robyn, we didn't really talk in advance. Do you want me to talk about our
Well,
subject?
you had kind of just started, so I figured that's what it was going to be. I'm good either way though, but I just thought you were taking it since you started going into it.
Interesting. Well, the first thing that I personally need to do is just take a minute and take some deep breaths. So let's do that. I'm not going to go into the full invocation. Robyn will be doing a journey on this topic, but take a moment and place your hands on your body wherever you feel guided. William has really been working with placing your hand on your heart and your other hand on your thymus, which is right above your heart, activating happiness. So breathe in the light of Reiki, take some deep breaths. Breathe in the energy of happiness. Reiki is the secret art of inviting happiness. Just for today, let go of anger. Just for today, let go of worry. Just for today, be filled with gratitude. Just for today, be devoted to you and your daily life in a good way. And just for today, be kind and receive kindness. So breathe deeply as the light of Reiki fills your breath. fills the space around you, the air that you breathe with sparkling light, color, vitality and vibrancy, life force and light force. As the earth rises through your earth star below you, it fills each of your chakras with the purity of the colors of the earth, the strength of the colors of the earth, rising through your crown and receiving the infinite realms of pure consciousness and love and heart and wisdom flowing through your body and your soul star and crown and all the way through to your earth star. As your spirit ignites, divine compassion fills your breath, flows into your body, and reveals love at the core of your being, reveals your divine mind, your pure heart, the stability of you filled with the tree of life, your roots growing deeply into the earth and your branches reaching to the heavens in perfect balance, full of abundance and life and success and thriving possibilities. All around you is the divine animal kingdom, and they share their blessings with you as you take your place in the circle of life. And all around you are the angels and the archangels, the beautiful beings of the light. And you breathe in, and you are part of the circle of light. Your light is beautiful as all the light in these enlightened beings. And your sacred and beloved ones are here with you always. So just letting go of those ways and worries of the world. Take some deep breaths, open your heart and receive. Stability, kindness, balance, happiness, gratitude, love, success, thriving, abundance, well-being, and clarity of mind, clarity of action. Say thank you to you. Take this time to truly honor you. That you take this time to listen to you, to hear you, to breathe in that light of Reiki, to reveal you, to bring you home to you. We say thank you to each other. Our circle is always divinely ordered. All who are here live today and those who listen later. And the energy is always here for you in the collective love and compassion of this community, contributing wellness into the world first through our own lives, our loved ones, our communities, the people and the animals and the earth itself, the stones and the waters and the trees and the plants, the air that we breathe, receiving the light of the moon, aligning right now with the rhythm of the earth, flowing through you When you listen, you can hear the heartbeat of the earth beating in your own heart. And when you listen, you can hear the rhythm and the cycle of this solar system as you receive from the light of the moon, the light of the sun, aligned with the highest frequencies of the planetary movement, creation of this galaxy and its place in the universe and our place in it. And when you listen, you can hear the heartbeat of creation beating in the same rhythm as your own heart and the same rhythm as the heartbeat of the earth. And you realize you are one light in this breath, in this moment, right now, on your soul's journey. And so we say thank you as a community that individually and collectively we contribute wellness into this life. We say thank you to the enlightened ones that are here and guide us, the levels of consciousness that are here for us and teaching us, the spirit of the earth, your divine spirit and your human spirit unified, your awareness of yourself as a divine being and a human being at this time in your soul's journey. And so we say thank you to the teachers who have come before us to bring us these ways since ancient times. The teachers and the people have called to the divine in the heavens, the divine in the earth, and the divine within, to live lives of love and thriving and wellness, happiness. And so we are here, what the teachers have passed down through the lineages. And we are here today in this light of gratitude, in this light of calling to the divine in the heavens, in the earth and within, the highest levels of consciousness and frequencies, empowering them. And we say thank you to the descendants, and we are listening to you today. And we welcome the healing and the wholeness and the teachings that we hear from you as well. And you hear from us. We stand here in a lineage of light bringers. Thank you. And so it is. Well, I certainly needed that. That was really helpful. So again, going back to the awareness that what we try to do in the distance Reiki share is to talk about how the energy of Reiki benefits us in our daily life, how it can activate our ability to hear ourselves, understand our own inner truth, the truth of our own belief systems, and how it all makes sense to each of us because it's individual. It's also collective. And so we talk about Reiki skills and techniques. And most of all, we talk about it from the perspective of Reiki is really easy to use and it's open to everyone. And it, it does not have requirements of earning it and deserving it. And I think that's why Reiki is the both spiritual practice of the moment and also the practical practice of the moment. So often our spiritual practices have been really kind of designed to take us out of ourself into like somewhere else that our spirit might be, challenging our own human beingness. And what Reiki really does is integrates us, unifies us, and heals the beliefs and experiences of being separate from ourself, separate from the earth, separate from each other, separate from the animals, separate from God. And so why Reiki is the practice for this moment, for people who are listening that are just wondering about Reiki as like, am I interested? Is it the right practice for me? Reiki is both available to all of us from very, long years of experience with it, dedication, devotion with it, to people who have had Reiki energy for a lot of years, but have really used it just kind of on a personal level. And then also for those who are completely brand new. And I'm always fascinated in Reiki classes how often people will just hear the word Reiki and immediately know they're called to take a class with it. And then find that Reiki for you as a new beginner, the understanding there's two things that are really big. Reiki is given to you. And that for me was one of my biggest things that I was concerned about. Like, I didn't have a belief in it. And I procrastinated receiving Reiki even after my horse gave me a message that I was to deliver, that he went lame to deliver me to my power to heal. And Reiki was the solution. And because I did not have a belief that it could just be given to me through an attunement, I really procrastinated. And I had such a belief in it being hard work, that anything that I wanted had to be hard work and I had to deserve it and earn it and do all the right things in order for me to be able to utilize it. So that is one of them. The other piece that was really big about Reiki was how and why I think it's so important for people right now, whether we have years of experience or brand new to even the concept or brand new to have just receiving it, is because the Reiki energy flows through you, not from you. And many people care deeply about their own wellness. People are experiencing anxiety, people are experiencing physical ailments, and Reiki is given to you and you simply receive it. And it is an external source of life force, vitality, energy, and it wakes up your life force, vitality, and energy, your light force as well as your life force. I always think of Reiki, we talk about it being a life force energy. To me, it's also a light force energy. So that life force has light, it has brilliance, it has sparkling light, it has color. And color, when we think of color that comes into us, there's frequencies of color. Our bodies are made of color. This planet, the spirits told me years ago that this planet is the planet of color, that that's just not true on all the planets and all of the universe. And it's actually one of the attraction qualities of the earth that draws souls to it. So our bodies are also made of color. And so, color exists however people perceive it, from being able to see it. People who have color blindness, or are color impaired with it, are still experiencing the frequency of color. And why is that important? Because it's life force, it's energy. Our chakras are made of color. And when one of our chakras gets depleted and our colors get depleted, it feels like a weakness in our life force, in our vitality in that area. So let's say something has affected your third chakra and that color of yellow gets really diminished, muddy or opaque, or sometimes it even feels empty. That can be when you're struggling to have personal expression, when you're struggling to be able to hear your own inner truth, your gut. That's that gut place within you, your gut brain. So Reiki energy can fill that color back up. It can fill that yellow back up. And here's the next piece. Again, I also am speaking to people who are learning Reiki and don't know a lot about it. You simply receive it by activating Reiki. Like, you don't have to earn that, your body filling back up with the frequencies of colors in your chakras, the strength of them. Reiki energy does that, and you are given an attunement that gives you that ability. So that's just one example. But I also want to talk about Reiki for this moment. For those of you paying attention to astrology, Neptune just entered Aries, and that was yesterday. And this is a really big time, with the energy of Neptune moving into Aries. The last time was in 1875. And one of the things to understand about what that means is Neptune is very much I'm very Piscean, I'm very Neptunian. And so it's an energy that I understand well. It is a deep, infinite spiritual connection. Like, I'm very aware of that, the depth of my soul's infinite self. So on a spiritual level. So again, to how Reiki helped me understand that about myself is that it takes you to your inner truth at that soul level through your personality level. And of course, I've always been spiritually curious, so looking into that. Neptune is the planet of dreams, and it's really interesting to me that we did um, the Manifest Your Dreams for 6 weeks this year. We just finished that in January, February. And we talked at that time about how we had kind of forgotten about, like, oh, what are our dreams? And Neptune in Pisces can also be illusions. It can be addiction. It can be dreaming it away. Well, Neptune moved into Aries, and it takes all those Neptunian qualities of that depth of spirit, that depth of inner self, soul level knowing of you. And Aries is the planet of, or the sign of action. So now it's moving us into those same spiritual energies and into action. And so again, I want to take it to why Reiki helps us in this moment, because it's a huge shift. It's a huge shift from moving in that spiritual dreaminess all the way to illusion, and heals the areas that might be illusion, heals the areas where you might have even felt somewhat foggy, and really moves us into embodiment. And that's what I meant and what I was seeing in the beginning invocation that we did here is that alignment. And so the alignment right now, feeling as if you are aligned with these energies from the earth, you're made of the earth. Reiki is life force. It's made of the earth. It is well, it's not made of the earth, but we are made of the earth. It is also part of what has made the earth. It's a creation energy. And when we are in that alignment with these big transits, which Reiki does, and we see and feel that even today, it helps us move through these really big life transformations. And it helps us do that with clarity. The alignment helps us embody. And one of the main things that as a practitioner we see is an injury to people in the belief that we are separate from our own self. So this Reiki energy connects your divine self with your human self, and realizing your human self is as divine as what we think of as your divine spirit. So is the earth. It's just has a dual consciousness. So Reiki energy helps us navigate it all, and it does it simply. We receive it, and that can be in any of the areas of your own life that you are moving into with intention. What are your dreams, and where are the actions that you will be putting to your dreams? Because Aries is a fire sign. And so you may feel some of that fire coming in, and really recognizing Neptune, Pisces is water. So really moving and shifting in that energy. So letting Reiki come in and help you stay aligned. It also helps you access your higher thought, your head brain, heart brain, gut brain. And so whether you are being affected at this time on a physical level, whether you are empowering yourself physically or through health, or maybe you have illnesses or healing issues on a physical level, Reiki works with you simply for those. If you are dealing with mental, emotional, or communication areas in your life, it helps with those by reducing stress, by simplifying things, because now your head, your heart, and your gut are all aligned and working together, and you can think more clearly. You can even look at things like having anxiety and observe what that is, and then decide whether you need to let it go or you need to create solutions, problem solving. If you're in the middle of innovating, creating, developing, moving into that action towards your dreams, Reiki empowers you, and it empowers your gifts and talents that you have in your gut brain, heart brain, head brain. It empowers and highlights so you can actually hear your soul's purpose, your soul's knowledge, your innate knowing, your inner truth, and it moves it into your inner authority, that your truth is as true as anyone else's truth. and that you get to have your own truth. You get to be sovereign, and you get to know you and hear you and listen to you. And so it activates your heart and your divine heart, and from the source of creation and pure consciousness, and wakes it up within you, remembering as a human being, you're part of the circle of life. And so it helps you embody you and be embodied so that you can live your daily life from a more clear perspective in whatever areas of your life that you are focused on, your finances or your home or relationships, all of those different things that we went through about manifesting your dreams. So for those of you listening that are new, and for those of you that have been here a long time or even a short time, that's what we've been talking about and we'll be talking about all this month, about how Reiki benefits you at this moment. Like, it is a beautiful practice for this moment, as that fire ignites within you, and you learn how to manage the fire. So, and stay clear with it and utilize it and benefit from it and thrive with it.